Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Also Solana here currently coming down like many other cryptos. Bounced off pretty much here the 38.2 fib level yesterday. Not quite, yeah, missed it a little bit, but bounced off and lost all of this again yesterday. Remember yesterday when we moved up here in the video, we were pretty much up here and I mentioned to you that this would be a possible short opportunity because the move up looked corrective. And it lost all of the gains again. The way it looks currently to me is the way it looks to me as if it would need to come down a little lower again still, because typically when you see these, let's call them pumps, and these 99.9% retracements, it typically means the low is not going to hold, especially as since the low we haven't really seen any impulse. So it pretty much came back to the previous level again, and the move down looks pretty impulsive. So it will be interesting. Let's see. But for me, this is not yet a clear bottom signal here for Solana. I think we could talk about it if we break above this trend line here. I think that's sort of fairly relevant one. Maybe we can even redraw the trend line a little to use the latest high here. Roughly, yeah. Trend lines are always a little bit subjective. But in yesterday's video we explored here a different count where we say we had a wave 1, we had a wave 2, we had a wave 3, 4 and 5, that we could consider this as a wave 1 complete, and that we are now coming down in 2, there will be a 3, 4 and 5 and so on, you know. So basically a fairly bullish outlook. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we're definitely here in a 5-wave move to the upside. What I'm saying is this was certainly impulsive, the move up. So it could be a wave 1, yeah. The move down could be a wave 2, but it could also just be an A wave up, a B wave down, and we'll make a C wave up. And then don't get a 4 and 5 and will make a new low afterwards. But the way it looks at the moment is we moved up impulsively and we're coming down correctively, which indicates we should, as soon as the correction is finished, get a rally either in a 3rd wave, which would result in a 4th and a 5th, so even more bullish, or it would result in a C wave, which will probably roughly lead to the same targets as the 3rd wave and will also be impulsive. But the difference to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern is that after the C wave, A, B, C, it's only a 3-wave move, and we will most likely make new lows afterwards and continue the bear market. But until then, it should lead to another high if support levels hold, and the key support here for Solana is $12. Yeah, I mean, we've come down. I think this pattern is, however, nearly complete. I think it should still get a little bit of another move down, but it doesn't need one necessarily. Yeah. Also here, you could say we've done a 1, 2, possibly here well, depends on how I count it, right? I mean, I can count it as an ending diagonal here in the C wave. Then we could say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe here the 5. Maybe a little bit of a one more low would be great, and then we could move up. But I wouldn't pay too much attention to the micro count. What is more important are the fib levels, the relevant fibs. And you want to use Elliott wave in a way, not in the most academic way. You want to use it in a way that it generates you some profits. So we have certainly come down in a 3-wave structure. I think you could broadly argue it has enough waves now, but ideally makes one more low at least. Key support here is, of course, the 1950 level, the 38.2 fib. That's also where you can see here the yellow line. I think that's the 50-day moving average. Yeah, it is. So quite a relevant support level, which provided support already down here on the 6th of January. So let's see if we bounce off here and then move up. That's certainly a possibility, yeah. Could bounce off there and then move up. And then the question is, however, is this already the wave 2 low? If it goes up from here, I would rather say no. If you've watched my ADA video, I think what we could argue is that this 3-wave move down could just be the A wave. We would then move up in 3 waves in a B wave. This is, for example, when Bitcoin could do its 5th wave. And then it could come down in another C wave and then complete the wave 2 here. So this is certainly a realistic possibility. So either way, somewhere here, I would expect some kind of a bounce, maybe between the 50% FIB and the 38.2 FIB, between 1729 and 1948. That's sort of how I ideally see it. If we drop below it, okay, next support would be 1510, but then it would come down quite a lot for an A wave. If we come down that much, I would rather say the wave 2 is already getting finished directly. But these are the key levels I'm watching out for. And I think if we break out of the trend line and then take out the most recent swing high, then we can be a little bit more bullish and can say, okay, either we are in the B wave or we are in the third wave. And if we talk about the third wave, I mean, I can give you a broad target for that. Let's take a look. We would be talking about around about $48, yeah, from here. If it goes a bit lower before that, the target will come down a bit as well. But that's sort of where we are currently with Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.